A new development in Ukraine's drone warfare capabilities has emerged, Forbes reports, as its tech correspondent David Hambling analysed footage shared by Ukrainian electronic warfare expert Serhii Beskrestnov. The video reveals a modified version of the combat-proven Shrike drone that can operate both in air and underwater, potentially signalling a significant advancement in drone ambush tactics. The emergence of this technology suggests a potential new phase in drone warfare where the battlefield extends not just across land and air but also beneath the water's surface. Multicopters make poor submarines, but that may not be relevant. What matters is that the drone is able to land in water and remain hidden for a period of time, writes Hambling, highlighting the tactical rather than technical significance of this development. Meanwhile, Beskrestnov hints at more extensive capabilities not shown in the public footage. The demonstration in the video is not as impressive as the sight of drones taking off from underwater in a lake, he noted. The Ukrainian Shrike drone has already proven its effectiveness in combat. In 2023, Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation, Mikhailo Fedorov, announced the procurement of over 1,500 standard Shrike units through the Army of Drones initiative. Their combat record is notable. A single operation in October 2023 reportedly saw 35 Shrikes destroy 8 tanks and 4 personnel carriers in a Russian convoy. While submersible drones aren't new, examples date back to the 1920s, and recent developments by the US Office of Naval Research and Chinese manufacturers, their military application has been limited due to performance constraints. However, the Ukrainian adaptation appears focused on a specific tactical niche, concealed ambush positions in waterways. The new capability could allow these drones to hide in lakes, ponds, canals, or the many water-filled craters along enemy routes, Hambling reports, making it significantly more difficult for Russian forces to detect potential ambush points. This development follows Ukraine's pattern of adapting commercial drone technology for specific battlefield requirements, similar to their successful deployment of fiber optic controlled drones to counter Russian electronic warfare. Submersible drones are more practical, though not much more. In principle, multicopters can fly in water as they can in air and without the need for a pressurized capsule for the pilot. With the issues with weight and buoyancy that this brings, the design is much simpler. In theory, at least, a quadcopter can fly to a given location, dive underwater and operate in submarine mode. Of course, water is much denser than air and the swimming speed is slow, so batteries are rapidly exhausted. Ukraine has also recently started deploying FPV attack drones from its uncrewed speedboats. Special edition Shrikes could be dropped off covertly in coastal areas, ready to be activated when Russian vehicles appear on the land or boats come near on the water. Submersible drones may be a niche capability, but if the cost and complexity of making a drone watertight are relatively low, then, like fiber FPVs, they may proliferate rapidly. As with fiber drones, they look difficult to counter unless hunter-killer submersible FPVs can be developed to seek them out.
The Ukrainian Air Forces have carried out an airstrike on a Russian base in the Kursk region of Russia, Ukrainian military headquarters reported. As a result of the precise strike, the base of one of the units of the 28th Battalion under the 60th Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces, located near the village of Yelizavetovka in Kursk region, was blown up and destroyed. The servicemen in the area were killed. The base was mainly used to send drones and carry out strikes on the territory of the Sumy region of Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived at the Munich Security Conference in Germany on Friday amid intense concern and uncertainty over the Trump administration's foreign policy. According to Associated Press, the future of Ukraine will be the top item on the agenda following a phone call between US President Donald Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin this week. They pledged to work together to end the 3-year-old Russia-Ukraine conflict. US Vice President J.D. Vance is expected to meet Zelensky on Friday for talks that many hope will shed some light on Trump's ideas for a negotiated settlement to the war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Friday he doesn't know of any meetings between Ukrainian and Russian officials at the Munich Security Conference, as referenced by Donald Trump. According to Associated Press, he was talking ahead of a meeting with Vice President J.D. Vance, who will lead the U.S. delegation at the conference amid intense concern and uncertainty over the Trump administration's foreign policy. The future of Ukraine will be the top item on the agenda following a phone call between Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin this week. They pledged to work together to end the 3-year-old Russia-Ukraine conflict. Vance will meet Zelensky for talks that many hope will shed some light on Trump's ideas for a negotiated settlement to the war. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was supposed to join them but was delayed when his plane developed mechanical problems.
The Defence Secretary, the new Defence Secretary, has said very clearly there won't be any US troops on the ground. What do you think about that? And can you just tell us, will you or anyone from your delegation be meeting any of the Russians, any Russians here? Donald Trump said there's going to be meetings here in Munich. Is that happening?
No, I don't know about it. But maybe somebody knows more than me. But by the way, let's start from the second part of your question. I think it's important because a lot of information before him about some meetings, some fantastic meetings with some Russians. I don't know who are they, and also with somebody with Russia and America in the Saudi Arabia, and a lot of such information. So I will be very clear. First, I see the order of meetings and decisions. First of all, I don't want to meet just with Russians, just to meet for what? No, we see the order of meetings. As I said, the order is United States, Europe, then Russia. Be ready to this meeting. That is the first. We are not against everything, but we are supporting this. Not everything, but this. This is okay for us. The second point, no, I don't know what the meeting are here in Munich. I don't know. The third, yes, I will have official visit. We planned it. I have in Middle East. I have some visits, and be honest, and I'm not sure that security is okay with it. But be honest. But I have to answer. Otherwise, there will be a lot of mess in the atmosphere.